To hunt, to be hunted, to survive. It's part of our nature. But today, asphalt has replaced the wild, and we have cars.
Hello everyone, welcome to this new episode of Need Pursuit, a show that highlights car chases in various scenarios. Today's scenario, Most Wanted. So we're going to let the drivers loose at Battersea, a former abandoned factory in London. It's a playground of about 25 hectares composed of 4 zones. Parking lot, it's asphalt and large spaces for dodging. We will have the depot, essentially containers, and very narrow spaces. Here you don't want to come face to face with an opponent. Then we'll be heading to waterfront. We're here on a very rough terrain with significantly less grip, which means you'll need to anticipate more. And finally, power station, the central structure, the map's iconic building, with numerous access ramps to ascend to the first level and diversify the gameplay. The objective today is to capture the flag and hold onto it for as long as possible without being hit by other cars. So, avoid all contact. When a car doesn't have the flag, it must touch the car holding it to steal it. Each player's possession times are totaled to get the final ranking. There will be 5 cars in play, and as you've understood, each time a car captures the flag, it directly becomes the priority target for the other cars. In other words, the most wanted. And we continue with the introduction of the drivers. To start, we have today's favorite, known for his many world records, Rafael Catime!
Coño, se te tiene coño.
Due to budget constraints, he'll have the same car and the same sponsor as the favorite. I'm talking about Spider! And now we have the primary challenger to our reigning favorite, the one and only Tariq! He makes his way to us all the way from Czechia. Allow me to present to you the incredible Kulibom! And last but certainly not least, famously known for his incredibly untimely flag captures,
Stab him in the face with a shine gun, bend it. All of my gang off bad intentions. Hit him with a shit, man, splash him, drench him. Snap off the blade, man, grab that whap, then mash up the place.
Let the game begin.
La partie peut commencer.
We're kicking things off with Merch, heading to the parking lot for the flag. It's right there in front of him and he lets it slip right through his fingers. So it'll be Rafael who gets this very first capture. He climbs up here in the depot area. We see Merch doing the same thing, but in the opposite direction. He's probably going to try to block his path. And it's done. He tries to get out by reversing, but he gets stuck against the barrier. Quite a shame. And now we're entering what you could call the scrum. We have several cars bunched up in the same place, and it'll be the one who manages to escape the pack with the flag. It's Merch who gets away. The main thing now is to hold on to it. He makes a piloting error that is immediately punished by Tariq. He gets it back. Kulibob, who takes back this flag. Tariq, and finally Spider, who is being chased, but he has no intention of slowing down his program. We're getting some beautiful images here of the pursuers forming a convoy. Spider is climbing up the power station, so it's a good strategy to alternate up and down. It allows him to vary his path and reduces the chances of interception. However, mistakes are very quickly punished at this level. Merch is back for another round. We see him here looking quite hesitant. And yes, he really lacked inspiration on that one. Spider is recovering and quickly picking up speed again. That's quite interesting. He's making his way down here to waterfront. His pursuers are really not holding anything back. Now, it's important to understand that once you're at the bottom of waterfront, there are two main exits. They are located on opposite sides, so coming down here is quite risky because you become very predictable. A risky reverse maneuver, but it works out. He ultimately decides to return to his starting point. Merch's interception, which makes him completely lose his bearings. From behind, Kulebob arrives, determined to charge into the thick of it. He won't be able to hold on to it. Tarek jumps, making his way back down. A great maneuver, scattering his opponents. He now has a clear path to get back up here. He's heading to parking lot, then to depot. Kulebob tries to cut him off from the inside, but that'll have to wait for later. And after he had managed to shake off everyone, Tarek now finds himself with two cars right on his tail. Only one remains, Kulebob, who is clearly having no luck at all today. Tarek passes the power station. He then exits by the parking lot. Oh, what a dangerous attempt to cut him off. Ooh, he had a very, very close call. Tarek, followed by Merch. The other pilots are likely trying to block elsewhere. Tarek skillfully varies between zones, alternating between the different air levels. He's now building a comfortable lead in possession time. His first mistake, a turn too short, which forces him to back up. And Raphael is the one who takes advantage. Merch coming in at full speed to try and steal that flag. Tarek is still in contention, but Merch gets a really good recovery. Oh my goodness, it's getting really heated between the two. Nice dodge. We're back in the thick of it. And Spider is making his escape. We didn't see it, but there's a face-off with Tarek, and Merch is the one who benefits. And another missed ramp for Kulebob. He's certainly entertaining us today. Nice dodge here. He's now being followed by two cars, leaving two more out there ready to ambush him. Okay, we're sending a third one in. A flawless run so far. Oh, what a move. He takes the inside line in reverse. Ah, that's a shame, huh? The third car coming to recover. Tarek's little pirouette. Merch is just barely behind Tarek in the rankings. And it's Raphael who now holds the flag. The mistake. Kulebob touches a moment too late. And now it's absolute chaos. Every single impact disorients the car, making it incredibly difficult to escape. Merch snatches the first place. Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow, that is absolutely magnificent, what Merch is showing us. Tarek is coming in hot. And Kulebob has the flag. This is your moment to shine. Show them. Honestly, these ramps seem to be a major challenge for our friend Czech. He makes it through, but he's retracing his steps. Oh, a bad encounter. Raphael is sneaking into this container while the others are brawling. Lots of back and forth here. Okay, Kulebob makes it out with the flag. He's been dispossessed once more. Oh, that's not going to happen like that. He takes a running start and boom! It's the wrong car. What magnificent acrobatics from Kulebob, truly providing flawless entertainment. Meanwhile, Raphael is now taking over the third position. He's a little bit behind here. That hurts the nose. No one to penalize. He continues. And we are in the last 30 seconds. Little dodges for the pleasure of the eyes. Again. Well played. Raphael, who now takes over second place. And the race is now officially over. Wow, it was a really intense and very interesting race for us to analyze. We clearly saw a variety of strategies being applied right here. The first is the follower strategy. We try to catch up to the one with the flag and pressure them into making a mistake. And obviously the advantage. As soon as he makes a mistake, we're there to punish him. And if there's going to be a scrum, we're among the first to arrive. And sometimes when a car breaks away from the pack with the flag, the other drivers are still a bit disoriented, taking some time to get back on track. And when the delay is too significant, it no longer makes sense to try and follow. So then generally they opt for an interception strategy, meaning they'll try to anticipate the flag car's path to cut it off. And in that case, they really try to emerge and surprise to give the other no reaction time, so they can't dodge. And for optimal hunting, well, you have to combine these two strategies, tracking and intercepting. Because if there are too many followers, well, they end up getting in each other's way, wasting time. And if the one with the flag sees all his opponents behind him, well, he knows he can easily move without risk of being cut off, and it will be much more comfortable. Conversely, if we only have interceptors and no followers, then we no longer have anyone to put pressure on the flag bearer, and so he can easily slow down the pace, reduce his risk-taking, and gain precious possession time. And finally, we have one last strategy, innovated just today by Kulebob, which is the latecomer strategy. What does this strategy consist of? Well, when you have a scrum with many cars tearing at the flag, a supercut, and ultimately struggling to see clearly and get out of the quagmire, that's where you find the latecomer. He's not in the scrum, and he sees things very clearly. His objective, it's quite simple, to charge headfirst into the pile, arriving with maximum inertia to create a disruption in the scrum's dynamic, and hopefully emerge with the flag. It's a strategy that still needs some refining, I believe. And finally, here are the results. In last place we have Kulebob with a time of 31 seconds, which allows him to save his honor. Cooleybob clearly has a score to settle on the Battersea ramps. In 4th place we have Spider, who performed well and managed to quickly escape the scrum several times. On the 3rd step of the podium we have Tarek, who made a long run right at the start of the round, putting himself in 1st place. Then he didn't have the flag much and was overtaken, particularly by Raphael, who steals 2nd place from him in the final moments. Raphael, unlike Tarek, took a long time to get into his game. And finally, the winner of the day, who showed us some great captures and dodges. Merch! This is the end of our program. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to comment and share if you enjoyed it.